Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Breaking right now, a car slams into a Walmart, injuring shoppers inside. One of the victims, a young child.
She was making little tiny noises, but she was really hurt.
Kent Township Police and fire say multiple people were injured when the vehicle crashed into the building about 1:30 this afternoon.
We're talking about the Walmart on Ford Road, just off I-275. We get to Priya Mann, who is there right now. And Priya, you've been talking with shoppers who were inside the store when this happened.
Yeah, that's right, Devin, Kim. This parking lot was packed with folks who were inside of that Walmart. Some ran outside, others ran toward the crash, some describing it as an explosion. We spoke to a woman who did run toward the crash site, and she actually rescued the youngest victim.
She was in a cart with another lady, and I asked if it was her baby. She said no, and she left. So I picked the baby up out of the cart, and I yelled for help.
For grandmother of two, Lisa Eiler, she says she needed to get the baby help immediately. What was she like when you picked her up? Was she moving?
She was making little tiny noises, but she was really hurt. She was pretty beat up.
Lisa says she started looking desperately through the debris for the child's mother.
I didn't know where Mom was. I thought her mom was under the shelves or something. So I was scared for her. And I was afraid she might not make it.
Paramedics quickly rushed the child to the hospital. So where is the car?
It's probably about 40 feet inside.
Canton Police Chief Chad Boss says the driver who crashed into the pharmacy may have suffered a medical emergency.
Where we had a driver that you drove through, as you see through the side of the Walmart near the pharmacy area. Right now, we do know that there's at least 5 people injured at this point, including a child.
For this grandmother, it was a Friday afternoon she will never forget.
I have a baby that's 11 months and a 8-year-old that are in daycare right now that it could have been them.
Yeah, she was certainly shaken up. Thankful, though, that she was there at the right time to help that baby. I just want to draw your attention right now. Removal efforts are currently underway. You can see they're actually removing a bit of the door frame there to get that SUV out. We do see a tow truck here in the parking lot as well. That driver, again, likely suffered a medical emergency and then slammed into the pharmacy here. Shelves toppled over. There were several victims, including a young child. They've all been rushed to the hospital. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops. Reporting live here in Canton, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Priya, what's crazy here is from the picture, it looks like the car just kind of really threaded the needle kind of in going right through the entryway.
Right, Devin, that's why I had to ask the chief, like, where is the car when we first pulled up? Because there's nothing from the exterior that will immediately tell you that this crash happened. We almost thought we missed it, but when you got to look kind of closer in, they took us to as close as we could get by that caution tape there, then you could see the SUV. But yeah, that's why I had to double check and ask, like, are we missing something? Yeah. It's miraculous that, you know, this driver may have suffered a medical injury and then that car went straight shot through that gate there, through that entrance. And again, removal efforts currently underway. You can see they're starting to take apart some of the frame there to remove that SUV.
Boy, just amazing in so many ways. All right, Priya. Officials with Concordia University responding to questions tonight surrounding the future of the school, specifically the campus in Ann Arbor.
The concerns surround falling enrollment and financial issues moving forward. Let's bring in Jacqueline Francis. Jacqueline, Concordia has multiple campuses, too.
Kimberly, they do. There are 7 Concordia universities nationwide, though it's the Ann Arbor campus that is facing the most serious financial trouble, which is why news of it staying open for at least 1 more year came as such a big relief here. Concordia University's Ann Arbor campus is at an all-time high enrollment with 1,200 students. But its financial troubles have made for an uncertain future. That was until the board chair made this announcement following a regents meeting Thursday.
Yes, the campus will be open next year, academic year 2024-25, to serve the students in the Christ-centered environment you already know, love, and experience.
Concordia, a private Lutheran college, has 7 universities nationwide, with the Ann Arbor and Wisconsin campuses operating under the same leadership. although they are now considering a change, exploring the idea of making the Ann Arbor campus an autonomous Concordia University.
Of course, this cannot happen overnight. A subcommittee is being formed to review the compromised financial model and explore the best path forward.
Acknowledging the financial and operational challenges they still face, the board chair said to expect changes.
There will be faculty and staff reductions on both campuses and further measures to improve the university's financial position.
Staff and students are off next week for spring break. The university says to expect more information on the path forward when they return. Reporting live tonight, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you. The CDC says people who test positive for COVID no longer need to isolate for 5 days.
Kind of had advance word this was coming, and now it is formalized. The CDC's new guidance now falls in line with other illnesses like the flu, which means stay home when you're sick, return to work or school once you're feeling better, or have been without a fever for 24 hours. This change comes after a drop in COVID hospitalizations over the past several months.
If you saw a huge plume of smoke today near I-96 in Schaefer, this is what caused it. Our Skycam caught the first glimpses as a fire burned at a junkyard. We sent Sky 4 to check things out, but by the time it got over the fire, firefighters had gotten it under control. No word yet on how it may have started.
Warren's police commissioner, William Dwyer, announcing during a police promotion ceremony today that it would be his last one.
Dwyer is expected to retire in April. During his career, he spent 23 years on the Detroit Police Force and another 23 years as police chief in Farmington Hills. Dwyer was appointed Warren Police Commissioner in 2017. Mayor Stone said she has not chosen a successor for Dwyer's position and invited those interested to submit resumes to the city.
Now to live pictures from Little Caesars Arena. Tomorrow night, Red Wings going up against the Florida Panthers. They will be looking for their 7th win in their past 8 games. They've been on a hot streak, quietly climbing up the standings here over the past month.
That's right. Hobie Artigue is here for Bernie. A word that Wings fans haven't had to use too often is playoffs.
Well, we might be talking about them this year. How about that?
That's exciting.
They're on their game right now whenever you're looking at the playoff standings. Well, all good things, though, must come to an end, and that's what happened to the Red Wings last night as their 6-game winning streak got snapped. But this season is looking like the start of something special, especially for a fan base that's truly ready for a playoff contender.
Loose puck. Barzell back in front, offsider, and they score.
The Red Wings saw their longest winning streak of the season come to an end on Thursday. A minor setback for a team back at practice on Friday, being reminded of what can happen when you don't play your best hockey.
These teams are going to beat you in this league. Anyone can, but you want them to earn it a little bit. I thought we provided a little bit last night.
The Red Wings have been a whole new team since the start of the new year, picking up at least a point in 18 of their last 23 games. A determination that cannot be deterred by just one loss.
Through January into February, we've just gained confidence, and we've been able to roll 4 lines, which has given us a lot of energy. And until last night, I felt like we were a little flat, but we've been getting contributions from everywhere in our lineup, and it's great to see that.
If the playoffs started today, the Wings would be in for the first time in 7 years. But it doesn't work that way, with much more work that needs to be put in, with 22 games to go.
I know we're not going to go undefeated here. We're not going to every game. Just left the rink last night. Frustrated. This is our last opportunity at home before we go on an extremely difficult road trip here. So I think it's just going to be about us playing the right way against a very good opponent.
And it will be a very good opponent on Saturday as the Florida Panthers come to town, the team that is currently tied atop the NHL standings. Florida's been really good, too. They've won 9 of their last 10 games, second best scoring defense in all of hockey. So the Wings will try to break through. But if practice today was any indication, a lot of energy is going to be at LCA tomorrow afternoon.
And hopefully Kimberly Gill won't
jinx it.
Like she did last night. Yeah, announcers jinx. All right, Hobie. All right, let's turn now to the weather. We take a live look outside at Michigan Central Station in Corktown.
Looking good, looking good. We've seen sun for most of the day, and from the looks of the weekend forecast, we're in for a treat. Brian Sherman in for Kim Adams tonight. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, Kimberly and Devin. Good Friday evening, everybody. After sunshine most of the day, a little more cloud cover rolling in late this afternoon. Tower cam from Windsor looking across the river into downtown Detroit. Not many breaks in that cloud cover, but definitely warmer this afternoon than we were this time yesterday. 46 right now here in Detroit, 44 up in Howell, 46 checking in with us in Lapeer, and 40 right now working down into Monroe. Most everybody anywhere from 5 to upwards of 10, even 13 degrees warmer this afternoon up in Lapeer. That warming trend continues through the entire weekend and into early next week. We're watching some rain. We may see a few showers tonight, trying to work through the region here. More cloud cover than anything else, but I'm not going to rule out a few showers as we head throughout the evening hours tonight. 40s for most of the evening, only dropping into the upper 30s overnight tonight. And then with the warming trend the next couple days, we're talking another round of near record temperatures by early next week. I'll talk about how warm things get over the next 2 to 3 days and another chance of rain heading our way. Your complete 4-1 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Brian.